Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Rachel Cruze Show. And this episode, we're going to dive in to an Ask Rachel question. It's one of my favorite things is to answer your questions. So this question comes from Deb, who asked, how does a person find their why in regard to managing their money? I have a budget, but I can't seem to stick with it. I think it has to do with fear and scarcity from growing up. I really want to get a handle on my finances. Well, Deb, number one, you're not alone. This can be a really hard one because it kind of is a big question. And just to know as well that your why can change during your life, and it probably will, and that's okay. So maybe your why has to do with something bigger than yourself. And this is one thing I challenge people on. For your why, if your why you want to win with money is just to go on a great vacation, or your why is just to buy a brand new car, like those are not bad things. Trust me, I love vacation, I love a new car. But if that's your only motivator is just stuff, it gets to this point where that starts to become demotivating, because once you get that thing, you're gonna want the next thing and the next thing. And if that's your ultimate, it's not great. So ask yourself why. Maybe a vacation, for an example. Why do you wanna take a great vacation? Is it because you wanna spend time with your kids? And you're like, oh, I just want alone time and I want them to experience something great. Okay, so maybe your real why is your kids and spending that time together. So how can you create that somewhere else? Or maybe it's you just want time away. Okay, well, why do you want time away? Is it because your life right now is just hectic and crazy, which amen, sister, mine is too, I get it. But is it because you want to get away from your job and you just hate your job? Well, maybe you want a different job. Start asking those deeper questions of what you want, because that will get you your why. Ask, what are things in life that you would regret not doing? That's a big why. And again, going back to that material thing, this is something I've realized throughout my life is I'm like, when I can focus on things that I can't buy, that is the valuable stuff. When you can focus on things like, again, your family, your marriage, your faith, your friendships, like the things that money can't buy usually hold some of the greatest value. So finding your why in one of those categories as well is gonna help you to be motivated. I mean, it really, really is. And again, it's a big question and your why could change, but that why is almost your reward. I had Charles Duhigg on the show a few episodes ago, but he talked about that reward. When you change a habit, you need that reward. And it can be a small reward from just maybe you hit your budget goals and you just text a friend, you're like, oh, I did it. And they give you all the emojis and you're like, okay. Or maybe the reward is having a glass of wine with your spouse when you guys hit that monthly budget. Like having that reward is really, really important. And so part of that reward too is your why. So you can start to kind of say, okay, if I start to stick to my budget and I can save X amount or I can pay off X amount of debt because my budget is the tool that's helping me do these things, I'm able to get to that why. And those small rewards of knowing that you're one step closer to your why is gonna help you stick to the budget as well. There's another thing I talk about in my new book, Know Yourself, Know Your Money, where the question of why do you want money? And this is a pretty simple one, but it's that why of, is it more for security purposes or is it more for status? And that security is to feel, okay, if I budget, if I save, I'm gonna feel this level of peace in my life that I've never felt before. That's a big motivator. That could be a why, just simply that. Like you said that you lived with a scarcity mentality growing up, and I'm like, okay, so maybe it's like, oh, to actually have money and surplus in the bank. Maybe that's your why. I don't know. I'm throwing out all these ideas, Deb, because it's a complex thing. Money really is, because it shows us, again, what we truly value, and it exposes parts of us that we don't really like always as well. So I think acknowledging all of that, sitting down, having a good friend or a spouse to have these conversations with, I think is important, because for the long run, you want that why. You want that why to be big, because you're gonna be making sacrifices. You're gonna have to say no to yourself at times. But when you have that why out there, something that really means so much to you, that's your reward. That's what's gonna help you get through when the budget doesn't seem to work. So I hope that helps, Deb. Hope it motivates you to get that why. And for all you guys, I would love to hear from you. I love answering your questions and knowing where you're at on your money journey. So you can ask any question on any social media, from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, doesn't matter. We're scouring the internet, finding those questions, and hopefully I'll be answering yours in the next episode.